Your console's hard drive is, well, it's basically prime real estate right now, and you really have to be a pretty ruthless landlord.
Oh, absolutely. You can't just keep everything.
Right, exactly. And so on Tuesday, May 5th, we've got 3 completely different games demanding gigabytes through the new PlayStation Plus monthly drop. We really need to figure out if their core loops actually, justify the rent.
Yeah, it's a fascinating mix of mechanics this month. I mean, we've got modern tactical sports, 3D historical action, and then this beautifully hand-drawn indie platforming game.
It's a pretty wild spread.
It really is. So the real question for you is just, how are these titles designed to keep you hooked, and are they actually worth your time?
Okay, let's unpack this by starting with the massive headliner here, which is EA Sports FC 26.
The big one.
Yeah, the huge one. And looking at IGN's 7 out of 10 review, it's like playing Ultimate Team right now feels less like a sports simulation and a lot more like algorithmic day trading.
That is a brutally accurate way to put it.
Right. It's kind of like buying this incredible luxury car, but then you keep getting charged extra just to roll down the windows. IGN specifically called it EA at its most money-hungry because of this overly aggressive season pass.
Well, the contrast there is what's truly fascinating, right? Because the business model is an undeniable grind, sure. But underneath all that heavy monetization, the actual engineering of the game's engine is just purring.
Yeah, I did hear the actual feel of the game is fantastic.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
When reviewers say the on-pitch gameplay is the best it's been in a long time, they are talking about the sheer physics and the responsiveness of the players. It feels so good.
Wow, okay.
And the refreshed rivals and champs modes, they actually reward tactical positioning and smart passing now, rather than just letting you spam high-stat superstar cards. Plus, subscribers do get a bonus PlayStation Plus Icons pack.
Okay, so the mechanics on the grass are incredibly solid, but the metagame is managing this brutal digital economy.
Basically, yeah.
Well, if EAFC taxes your wallet and your patience to win, let's pivot to a game that specifically just taxes your reflexes.
Oh, you mean Wuchang. Fallen Feathers. It definitely does that.
Yeah, moving from tactical sports to grueling life-or-death strategy.
Exactly. So Wuchang is an action RPG set in China's Ming Dynasty, where you play as this pirate warrior investigating monstrous mutations.
Sounds intense.
It is, and it pulled an impressive 8 out of 10, largely because of how it handles character building. The skill tree isn't just a basic stat boost,
Right, it rarely is in these games.
Yeah, it literally forces you to completely rewire your muscle memory depending on which historical weapon you decide to equip.
Here's where it gets really interesting, because I need to push back on that 8 out of 10 for a second.
Okay, go for it.
The Souls-like genre is incredibly crowded right now. Where every single enemy can instantly obliterate you if you miss a dodge.
Oh, 100%. It's a saturated market.
And the review literally warns players about steep difficulty, dips, and spikes, and these cheap-feeling gotcha ambushes. So aren't cheap deaths totally contradictory to the idea of a finely tuned, rewarding skill tree?
I mean, that is the tightrope of game design right there.
Yeah, because how does a game get away with that and still score high? Does a unique setting make it worth the pain?
Well, difficulty is all about fairness versus frustration. And Wuchang gets away with those brutal ambushes because its wonderful level design actively teaches you to be paranoid.
Teaches you to be paranoid. I love that.
Right. Like when you get ambushed, you usually realize there were environmental cues you just completely missed. It absolutely tests your patience.
I bet.
But mastering that complex skill tree to overcome those traps, it provides a dopamine hit that just makes the frustration fade away entirely.
Well, if we're talking about pure mechanical precision and dopamine hits, how do you take that massive, grueling 3D combat loop and distill it down into a flat 2D space?
Ah, that perfectly brings us to Nine Sols.
Yes, exactly.
So this is a lore-rich, hand-drawn indie that launched back in 2024. And it takes the concept of Sekiro-style deflection and translates it flawlessly to a 2D plane.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah, instead of dodging away from danger, the entire combat system demands you lean into it. You have to tap a parry button at the exact millisecond, and attack lands to break an enemy's posture.
So it's less about hacking and slashing and more about finding this violent rhythm.
It is essentially a rhythm game with swords.
That sounds incredible.
It is, and it wraps that highly praised combat inside a classic Metroidvania loop.
Where you unlock abilities to reach new areas.
Exactly. Every new ability suddenly gives you access to a completely new corner of the map you've been staring at for hours. It is entirely built around mastering that parry timing and exploration.
Right. So what does this all mean for your hard drive? May 5th brings a massive influx of varied mechanics, from algorithmic sports grinds to rhythmic 2D parries.
You've got some tough choices to make.
You really do. But as you plan out your downloads, consider this your strict last chance warning.
Oh, good point.
Yeah, you only have until May 4th to claim April's games. That's Lords of the Fallen, Tomb Raider the Third Remastered, and Sword Art Online Fractured Daydream. Claim them before they are gone forever.
And as you look at your newly updated library, this raises an important question. When a subscription service places heavily monetized, live service behemoths right next to meticulously crafted, lore-rich indies, which type of experience actually brings more lasting value to your game library?